Alright guys, what is up? And today I'm coming at you with another Banlist reaction video, as you can probably tell by this. I haven't looked at this list yet, I haven't looked at anybody's reactions. I just one of my friends sent me a message and said, hey, the new Banlist is out. And right now I can see already a new band card, and that is Apocalypse Towers. Now, I can kind of see why Apocalypse Towers is banned, but I'll get into that later. So, what else is new on this list? Newly banned cards. Sure, Strategist of the Necros was limited, so now it is banned, so yeah, kind of poking at Necros. Okay, so El Shadolls Construct is now banned, along with Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. Well, okay. Moving right along, if my computer will move faster. Let's see, spell cards, trap cards. Stinking pop-up ad. Let's see. Cold Force Scout has gone from semi-limited to limited. Groff, Malbranch of the Burning Abyss is now limited. Let's see. Mathematician's limited. That's kind of random. So I'm not seeing any Satellar Knight stuff as everybody predicted from Worlds since they won. Everybody predicted that they were going to get hit, but nothing has been touched on them so far. Alright, so the new stuff, Necros of Bronic, was semi-limited, so now it's limited, along with Necros of Unicorn and Ritual Beast Ulti Canahawk. That's kind of random, because you don't really see a lot of Ritual Beast decks anywhere. El Shadolls Fusion is now limited. I'm really glad to see that card get hit. Rhoda has gone to 1, so that might be the poke at Satellar Knights, but that's also going to hurt a lot of generic other warrior decks. The only deck I play that hurts is my Battling Boxers, but then again, that's just a deck for fun, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, it probably looks really blurry. Apologize for that, but you can still hear what cards I'm saying that have been hit. Limited traps are okay. Semi-limited is Seer, Malbranch of the Burning Abyss. That card needed to get at least touched, because of all the little loops you could do with it, where you could just keep getting your Dantes back and keep getting your Groffs back, so now it's not really going to be as much of a problem. So that is the only card that has been semi-limited, so that's just gone from 3 to 2. And let's see, Chaos Sorcerer is no longer semi-limited, Xian is at 3, Spellbook of Fate's at 3, and Yugioh Gear's at 3, so that's kind of cool to see some Yugioh stuff. Alright, so this list, I'm mostly have positive feelings about it, but there's a couple things on here I just don't like, but then again, there's always going to be people that don't like what you see on the ban list. Apocalypse Towers, that is understandable, because people, whenever Coolfort's got their first couple of hits, people just straight up made Towers turbo, and now people have like dedicated a lot of cards in their decks just to be like, oh, it's an out to Towers, oh, it's an out to Towers. You hardly see a deck profile. Well, I say that, but you're probably going to find some deck profiles, but you do see a lot of deck profiles running around where people say, oh, it's an out to Towers, it's an out to Towers. It was just kind of an unfair card, in my opinion, that was just super easy for them to make. Sure, Strategist of the Necros, that's understandable. Konami probably doesn't want Necros to be the majority of the meta, and they're making way for the Monarchs and the Pendulum Magicians, and whatever else they're going to come out with, mainly Cyber Dragon Infinity, which I'll get into that later. Next, El Shadolls Construct. Shadolls, out of the Dual Alliance decks, are more of the rogue deck that you didn't really see as much of whenever they first came out. But Construct, that's kind of understandable, because it just sits there and it's basically a, what's it called? I just forgot his name. The level 5 Synchro. This is really bugging me, and I apologize for that. Let me find him really quick. It's a Catastor. You know, the level 5 Dark Synchro guy where he kills anything that's a dark monster before damage calculation. Yeah, Construct did that, and even if you did manage to get around it, you could just make it again, and Shadolls played it at 3, so that deck's kind of now no longer a thing, because that's like one of their go-to cards, is either that or Winda. Evil Swarm Exciton Knight going from 3 to banned, I don't honestly understand that. It might have just been because you could easily just summon it and take away your opponent's card advantage, but it was kind of situational, so I'm kind of on the fence about that. Going right along, let's see. Cool Fort Scout has gone to 1, so Cool Forts are basically dead because the one card that they need, you have to play your Summoner's Art to get it. Which, now that Towers is dead, it's just basically spam, Tribute Summon, play Floodgates. Grof's understandable, Burning Abyss had to get hit at some point. Mathematician's kind of weird, but it's understandable because people did play it. Shadolls, it's a free Foolish Burial, it dies, you get to draw a card, and so many just like weird rogue decks played it just because it was an easy free draw and then an extra Foolish Burial. And plus that card's been out for a while, so it was bound to get hit at some point. Necros of Brionac and Unicorn, understandable. Brionac because the deck has enough searchability, so Brionac, it doesn't really hurt. Like, honestly, I kind of don't know how I feel about that, because I used to play up against a lot of Necros and, like, all the local tournaments I used to go to, and now you just, like, don't even see them at all. But from what I understand, Necros are basically half of the decks you see at any big event, but now with all the new stuff coming out of High Speed Riders, Dimensions of Chaos, and soon to be Breakers of Shadow, they don't want to be playing the exact same deck for dang near a year now, which is what they've done with all the Dual Alliance stuff, and they're finally getting around to that. The Necros of Unicorn, because it was just an extremely unfair card, because Necros, they didn't really need their extra deck, they would just pitch it and then get their free Ritual Summon. And Unicorn negating all extra deck monster effects for being a level 4 Ritual, I can understand, so it's a little bit harder to get to. If you get it, it's fine, but again, it's better than, but basically it's better than playing against the Digin lock, but it's still kind of a soft lock, because a lot of decks are very reliant on their extra deck cards, but you still have some resources to get around it. Ritual Beast Ulti Cannahawk seems kind of random, because you don't really see Ritual Beast running around doing anything, so I'm a little bit confused by that. And then El Shaddoll Fusion, that card I wanted to see it get hit, because playing up against Shadolls is just really unfair, because whenever you actually do get around their cards, you'll just be like, oh, nope, El Shaddoll Fusion chain, make another Shaddoll Fusion. The fact that it was a quick play just made it too good, but seeing it go to 1, that's a lot better than just seeing it get banned. And come on, computer. Apologize, my computer's freezing up. I've just been dealing with some, like, viruses and malware and stuff. Still trying to get rid of that. Okay, computer, come on. Okay, I'm gonna cut the video. Oh, actually, no, it's loading. Never mind, I'm not gonna cut the video. It's kind of doing something. Reinforcement Army going to 1, I guess that's their one thing at Satellar Knights. Because other than that, no card in that deck was even touched, except for Rhoda. Just because it was a really easy searcher, there were a lot of warrior decks. Kind of hurts Heroes, but then again, people are still going to complain about Heroes not being the best deck ever because they don't have Stratos. And I'm kind of glad to see that Stratos hasn't come back, because it's just fun hearing all the jokes of people saying, free Stratos, free Stratos! And let's see, what else is there to talk about? Other than that, it seems like an alright ban list. The one thing I do not like is that they didn't hit Tellar Knight, Constellar Diamond, or Ptolemaeus. Reason being, Cyber Dragon Infinity. Now everybody and their mom is going to be playing this deck. Or going to be playing that card in their deck. Because as you can see, this is the November 9th, 2015 ban list updated, and doesn't have an expiration date, which is still really annoying, so they could come out with another ban list anytime soon, but you never know with Konami. So I'm really, really kind of rustled that they didn't do anything with Ptolemaeus, because now any deck that can play rank 4s is going to be playing Cyber Dragon Infinity, and that card is just the nuts to play against online, and I hate it so much. But yeah, everything else seems perfectly fine. It's just the Exciton Knight, one of the Toolbox rank 4s that everybody plays. First they took Lava Chain, and now Exciton Knight. Kinda sucks. That card's price just got nerfed. So now I have some stuff to add to my band collection, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the ban list reaction. I kinda like this ban list to see Shadolls get hit, some of the Burning Abyss stuff get hit, and Necros get kinda poked at a little. But yes, they didn't touch the Tellar Knights. Kind of interesting. But yeah, let me know what you think of the ban list in the comment section down below, and as always, I will catch you guys later.